Undisputed heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk has reportedly asked the IBF to give him an exception to allow him to keep his title for his rematch with Tyson Fury. Usyk's IBF mandatory is due against Filip Hrgovic, and his promoter, Eddie Hearn, wants the belt to be at stake next Saturday night for his clash against Daniel Dubois. If the IBF grants Usyk's request, it'll make his rematch with Fury a bigger one due to the Undisputed being on the line again. Bob Arum suggested that the rematch between Fury and Usyk might happen at the end of this year, or the start of next year.
I loved it. What next now for Tyson Fury?
Well, there's a rematch clause, and Tyson has exercised the rematch clause, and that fight will take place sometime either at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and it will take place again in Riyadh. That's the contract that both fighters...
Arum said that the first fight was very exciting and he's looking forward to seeing the next one. He stated, "It was such a great fight and it was such a controversial fight. A lot of people thought that Tyson pulled it out. Some people thought that Usyk deserved the win he got. So let's see what happens in the rematch. I think there'll be a lot of interest." Arum also talked about a potential match between Fury and Anthony Joshua, as he believes that it would definitely happen next year at Wembley.
And now for Tyson Fury and AJ at Wembley or something like that in this country? Have we
that's what I think next year, yeah, definitely. Win or lose, whatever happens,
right.
That fight is something that has to happen because there's so much talk about it in the UK. There's so many opinions about it. Yeah, I mean, I would be very, very surprised if that fight didn't happen in Wembley by mid-2000s.
Frank Warren also confirmed there will be a rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk after the Ukrainian dismantled the Gypsy King this past weekend.
You said it was a very close fight, in my opinion. There weren't a lot in it. Could have gone either way. Could have been a draw. I'm not disputing the result. The result's done. It's done and dusted. It was the biggest heavyweight fight of the 21st century. 4 belts on the line. We now have a unified champion, and there'll be a rematch.
Frank believes that the rematch would be much bigger than the first fight. He stated, "Tyson has called for the rematch, and I hope that would happen sometime in October in the Riyadh season. And we're going to get something extra special. There's no doubt about it. I think that the rematch will be bigger than the last one." When asked about a potential matchup between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, Warren stated that Tyson announced the rematch soon after the fight. He says that the rematch is the part of the contract which Tyson would most likely choose.
About the rematch there, obviously there are one or two whispers and rumours about Anthony Joshua potentially Tyson Fury. You're 100% sure Tyson Fury takes the rematch?
He announced it in the ring and he told me he wants it, and it's contracted before the event took place. It's a contract in place for it.
Tyson Fury believes that he was in the best shape of his life for this fight. When asked about the rematch, Fury said that he's going to take some time off and then talk matters with Warren for the potential rematch.
I believe that I was the best I could have been. I don't think I could have done any better. Maybe if they'd have said to me, "Write you down in the last 2 rounds," I probably could have went out and tried to attack him and tried to get him out of there myself. But other than that, I've done the best I could, you know. He's a good fighter.
Just finish, please. Rematch, gentlemen. Thoughts?
Sorry?
Rematch, thoughts?
Yeah, you know, we just had a fight. If you can see my face, I'm pretty busted up, and he's gone to the hospital with a broken jaw, and he's busted too. So we punched the out of each other for 12 rounds there. So we're going to go home, eat some food, drink a few beers, spend some family time, walk my dog, go to the tip, and me and Frank will talk about what's going to happen in the future.
Tyson said that he was proud of himself for this fight. Fury stated that he thought that he won the fight, but considering it was one of the most thrilling fights in recent history, it made him feel good, despite suffering his first career loss.
Tyson, obviously, you've consistently said that you felt like you're the best heavyweight of this generation. I'm sure a loss wasn't in your imagination. first of all, congratulations on the performance. But how do you feel right now? You know, with something that you never thought would really happen.
Let me tell you, I'm very happy. In my mind, I did the best I could, and I thought I won the fight. But it was what it was. I'm happy with the performance. You know, both men's got paid, and both men's going home to their lovely wives and children. And that's what it's about. We put on a show for the fans. You know, Usyk's 37, I'm 36-year-old. We're not young kids anymore. We're at the end of our careers, and we're putting a brilliant fight tonight. So I'm proud of myself, you know what I mean?
However, Usyk dedicated his victory to his father and got emotional during the post-match conference.
For me, hard when my father coming for me, because I remember all my life. I know he's here. Maybe like after.
He also dedicated his win towards his country of Ukraine, who's been at war for the past couple of years.
Доброго дня. Трошки часу прийшло після поєдинку, трошки пом'яте обличчя, але слава Богу, перемога є. Я хочу подякувати всім українцям, які за мене молилися, всім тим хлопцям, які боронять нашу країну і захищають її від ворога. Я хочу подякувати кожній мамі, татові, дружині та нашим всім діткам, які зараз витримують цей натиск. Я дуже вам дякую за підтримку. Я отримую величезну кількість повідомлень з привітанням. Дякую. Hi everybody people. I want to say thank you so much all who support me, who support my country. For me it's very important. I really appreciate this. Слава Богу за все. Слава Україні.
Barry Hearn also believed that Usyk was determined to win for the sake of his country, which made him even more dangerous. He thinks that determination coupled with Usyk's brilliance as a boxer made magic when he faced Fury for the undisputed crown.
He's fighting for his country. Usyk is fighting for his country. I mean, fighters start fighting to put bread on the table for the family. That's when they're most dangerous, because they've got a reason for doing this crazy sport, which boxing is a totally crazy sport. Usyk is so determined, and he's coupled with the best feet, the best movement, the best tactical brain that I've seen in boxing for a long, long time.
But Hearn also appreciated Fury for putting on a great fight. He especially highlighted the 9th round of the fight, when Usyk almost finished Fury. Barry said that Tyson's persistence for taking heavy punches like that and still continuing is simply commendable. He stated, "It was a great fight. All credit to Tyson Fury. Once again, he took punches that I don't think I can recall in my 50 years of being in this sport. I don't think I've seen anyone take shots like Tyson and have a recovery rate so fast." When asked if he wants to see a rematch between the two or Fury taking on Joshua, Barry said he'd lean towards Fury-Joshua as it's a much bigger fight.
Sanitized.
Barry, what do you think the boxing public would rather see next? Fury-Joshua or Fury-Usyk too?
No, Fury-Joshua, every single time. This fight is in the nation's
I'd rather see it.
bloodstream. And, you know, they could both get beat and it would still be bigger than Fury.
Barry's son, Eddie Hearn, says Fury should face Joshua. That's if he doesn't rematch Usyk. Hearn thinks that Fury should go for the rematch, as it will still be a big fight.
Absolutely. No other fight to take. I mean, the only reason you don't rematch him is to fight AJ, because Usyk's not available. You have to rematch Usyk. He will feel that. He was having success. He was feeling like he could change things. And it's a big fight. And you've got a deal in place already. So, yeah, absolutely. You have to do the rematch, and it'll be a big fight.
Eddie Hearn says that AJ has a lot of choices to choose from as his next opponent. He stated, "For AJ, he wants to become a 3-time world heavyweight champion. So I think AJ needs to stay focused on whoever he fights next. He'd love to fight Fury next. He'd love to fight Usyk. If not, it could be the winner of Hrgović Dubois next week. He's ready for all comers." Eddie also added a possibility of AJ fighting Fury, as he believes anything can happen in the boxing world. "I don't think Tyson Fury is going to be over the moon with 5 or 6 weeks off, but that's the obligation. There's a lot of money. Who knows? If Usyk's injured, can't make the date, do you make Fury against Joshua, with the winner fighting Usyk? I mean, the answer for me is yes, please. But it's down to His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, and the fighters to make the decisions. They have a contract contracted rematch, but they have to be physically able to make that date, and I guess that's the next obstacle to overcome. Michael Bisping believes that the rematch between Usyk and Fury is most likely to happen next year. He thinks that Fury should take some time off with his family and come back strong to get his revenge from Usyk.
He's a fighting man. We are fighting men. After all, right, he's a fighting man, and that's going to eat away at his soul. Fact that he lost his last ever fight to Oleksandr Usyk. So my bet, my money would go on a rematch happening in Saudi Arabia once again, not in October, sometime around March next year. You got to decompress. You got to forget all about fighting. Enjoy your family.
Spend some family time, walk me dog, go to the tip. Me and Frank will talk what's going to happen in the future.
Get over the loss mentally, because it will take a while to process. Now, granted, it was a split decision. One judge thought that he won. So there's a moral victory there. So to the press and to the public, you can talk and say, one judge thought I won. So therefore, in my mind, we're good. But when he goes home and you rest your head on that pillow at night, you know, the world knows that Oleksandr Usyk was the winner of that fight. And that is why fighters, when they have the money, they have the respect, they've got the career already in the bag, is why they continue to fight.
However, Johnny Nelson believes that Tyson is on the decline and will not fight again. He stated, "I think Tyson is on the decline. I don't think Tyson would fight again." When asked why he believes that Tyson is on the decline despite giving one of the best performances of his career, Nelson said that in opinion, Usyk won by 4 rounds.
So many times you've watched boxing and they tell you you've seen something you haven't seen. So because the scorecard said X, Y, Z, they're telling you you haven't seen something you've seen. I didn't see that. I had Usyk up by 4 rounds. And I'm quite sure there's a large majority of people had the same thing. So just because the scorecard said one thing, it doesn't mean that's what you saw and you're wrong. It means that's what their opinion. So you don't be fooled. Don't let me say to you, believe me, not your lying eyes. You saw what you saw. So the scorecards can say what they want. In my opinion, I thought Usyk won by...
Nelson was asked 3 questions in which he was said to pick a winner between AJ Fury, AJ Usyk, and Fury Usyk. Nelson picked AJ to beat Fury and Usyk to win his respective fights. However, he also said that Fury could come back depending on the mental state he's in currently.
If it happens, Fury fights AJ next, who wins?
AJ.
AJ fights Usyk in the 3rd fight.
Usyk.
And if Fury fights Usyk in a rematch.
Depends on what he's learned. Usyk turns up and gets the job done. I mean, if Fury turns up and gets the job done and uses everything that's got him there in the first place, I'd say Fury.
But do you think he could?
I think he could. I just don't know where he's how his brain is fried, the way where his head's at. And that's why I said, I'll be very surprised if this man comes back.
But Amir Khan believes that Tyson Fury would win if the rematch ever happens. He said that Usyk hurt Fury, but it happens in boxing, as you can have a bad day at the office.
He hurt Tyson Fury, which I was very surprised by as well. But look, overall, look, it happens in boxing. It happens in, and look, I can hear Tyson talking now. Look, it happens in boxing. You sometimes have a bad day in the office. I think today was Tyson Fury's bad day in the office.
Who wins a rematch?
Tyson Fury.
Patty Donovan also believes that Tyson would come on top if the rematch happens in the future. He believes that Tyson has the ability to come back stronger, as he has shown in the past. He stated, "If there's anyone in boxing who can change the result around, it's Tyson. He's been downgraded most of his career. He's had a lot of ups and downs. World champion, former world champion, again and again. If there's anybody who could turn the tables around, it's Tyson Fury. I fully believe that Tyson will come out victorious in the next fight." Richie Woodhall also sides with Tyson if he fights Usyk in a rematch. He believes that if Tyson analyzes the first fight properly, he can win the rematch, as the first fight was very closely contested.
I really believe Tyson Fury will go back, he'll look at where he was doing well in the fight, analyse that, box like that for the rematch, and I think I think he'll beat Oleksandr Usyk. That's my opinion. I think he's got the beating of him, most certainly.
Conor McGregor didn't hold back after Usyk's big win. He shared his thoughts on Instagram, praising Usyk and looking ahead to future fights. Conor stated that he wants to see Fury fight AJ next. McGregor wrote, "A mad hiding. What next? Who knows? Usyk is incredible. He has beat both soundly. Whatever moves towards Tyson AJ, I am for. If Fury wishes to go a second try at the wheel, AJ had 2 attempts, so why not? Tall ask. Not impossible also. He continued by demanding an AJ Fury match and thanked Turkey Usyk for producing such a grand event. If not, AJ Usyk il last hurrah, and then win, lose, or draw go Tyson AJ, and congrats and thank you Turkey Usyk and all involved in this era of heavyweight fighting for getting all of this done. What a time to be alive. Thank you to the fighting gods and to God. Paulie Malignaggi believes if Usyk wins the rematch against Fury, he might retire because he would have achieved everything at that point of his career.
He won a major fight here, unifying the heavyweight championship. If he's able to win the rematch, it is the time to secure that legacy and retire. You know, you got enough money that you write your name in history that way.
When asked if he believes that Usyk wins the rematch, Vladimir Klitschko said that he doesn't care about a rematch right now, as he's busy celebrating the victory of his countrymen.
Vladimir, do you believe that Oleksandr Usyk wins the rematch again with Tyson Fury?
Listen, we don't care about rematch right now. We're just going to enjoy our victory.
Thank you very much for your time.
Mauricio Sulaiman was thrilled by the fight and believed that the right men won the fight. He praised both fighters and said that boxing won because of this fight.
I'm just proud of my countrymen. It is very important win for Oleksandr, as more even importantly, the win for us Ukrainians.
Did you always know he was going to win the fight, and did you believe that at one point he might stop Tyson Fury?
I don't know. I just had this confidence, even saying it before the fight, that he's going to be the new Ukrainian, undefeated, undisputed.
How big is that for Ukraine?
Heavyweight champion.
How big is it for Ukraine?
It is important. It is important. It is important.
Do you believe that he will take the rematch?
During this war, of course.
And of course. A lot of talk has been about him possibly
But you know what?
retiring.
Rematch is not really important. That
When asked if the rematch between the two will happen in the future, Sulaiman stated that the rematch has already been approved. He stated, "The WBC approved the rematch. It was done from the original sanctioning. We have approved the undisputed fight plus the rematch." So what are your thoughts about this? Would you like a rematch between Fury and Usyk, or would you fancy an all-Britain clash between AJ and Fury? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.